Hey, it's Brian, and you're about to listen to episode 7 of Brian Posehn's Nerd Poker. Thanks again for listening, and once again, I want to apologize for any sound issues you might experience. Still the one mic. As far as I know in this one, Ken's not eating, but he might still be breathing into the mic. Oh, and there was that banana eating contest we had in the middle of the episode, so that might not go well for you. Just kidding. But once again, thanks for listening. Follow us on Patreon and all that. More bonuses coming up very soon. I'm in Vermont this week. Come see me in Vermont. BrianPosehn.com for any details. And then I'm in Baltimore and Pittsburgh next week.
Posehn's Nerd Poker. That's Ken Daly.
Hiya.
Dan Telfer.
Hi, Fred.
And Blaine.
Hi.
And Cassio.
Hi, Cassio.
I feel like I have a really bad batting average of putting food or drinks in my mouth right before I should be talking. I think most of the time I see Hardwick at midnight, like, I've just shoved a whole Cocoa Krispies treat into my mouth, and I'm like, hi, famous rich friend.
You know my favorite thing about doing podcasts is salted caramels. So I always enjoy a good salted caramel right before a podcast starts. I'm kidding, I don't think salt should be in caramel. I think it should be punishable by death.
Extra
It
salt.
ruins caramel.
I think it's delicious.
Well, you're wrong.
You mean the extra sprinkled salt, because salt is an ingredient in caramel.
Yeah, but when they
Yeah, they salt it.
Oh, someone was...
Doctor Strange.
yeah, I haven't seen it yet, still.
Oh, yeah.
Doctor Strange uses that song.
Yep. Yeah, it does.
Rogue One
Stole
is
it
like
from
the
us.
only grown-up movie I've seen in like the last year.
Nice.
But it was good, boys.
Yes.
Worth it.
Holy shit.
Totally worth
It
it.
was not a kid's movie, and yet my son loved it.
Good. Yeah, my daughter's still too wimpy for it, I think. It would freak her out. She says she's ready for a dark story, but given that we left The Force Awakens with her, we were walking past a line of people, like we saw like a 7:30 showing on opening day, and there was like, the 10 o'clock showing, people in line around the block. As we're walking past them, my daughter bursts into tears and screams, "Why did they have to kill
Oh,
Han?"
no.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Sorry if I just ruined that for Rhodes.
No, he saw it.
Okay, good. Sorry if I woke him up, period, with my weird impression of my daughter.
So, last week,
Our
What a stereo.
our heroes were invited to the castle of
hair strands.
Count Amelegda,
Stereo me butt.
and you opted not to dine with him for some reason. I don't know why you would turn down such an opportunity, but
Well,
That
I
we
didn't
would
want to
be
go
the
into
dinner.
that and dining room. I didn't want to go into a locked room with him. That was my whole thing.
I think it's a good call.
Everybody else.
Just as your friend, I think you made a good choice for your longevity.
Yeah, I made it to 50 because having a high stranger danger.
Is that what you credited to?
Yeah. I'm on the road. A lot of people, hey man, come back to my apartment. No, I'm good.
I want to show you this great
I'm
lampshade.
next to your van. And
But yeah, you did, despite your...
Hey, let me swing by my room and pick up my dental records.
Despite your stranger danger, you are, however, willing to break into a castle basement in the middle of the night.
Mm-hmm.
So your friend Lekis, the Dragonborn cleric, is off distracting who you think might be the your babysitter. While you were going, you said you were going to go camp outside the castle walls, but
right.
you've just entered a dark passage.
He's with that creepy kid.
He is with a creepy kid.
But Isaac.
What do you do now?
And games and music. So, kid.
Well, that's very dramatic. You also hear some blunk, blunk of water.
Sure.
Yes. Dripping in the blackness. None of you have lit a torch yet.
We don't need to. How far ahead? What do we see?
You see actually very short hallway, and it branches off in two directions.
Doors or what?
There's a door to the right, and what appears to be a small room to the left.
What do we see in the small room? Can you scan it just from the hallway? Or?
Yeah, it looks like it used to be a wine cellar. You see racks of dusty and broken bottles.
Okay.
There's another door at the end of the wine room.
Oh, there's another door.
Mm-hmm.
It's
very small. You guys
Go through.
You two taller gentlemen are having to sort of duck under the ceiling.
Do you want to check the one to the right or the one inside the wine room?
Why it's so small?
Or maybe I assumed it was to the right, but the way I'm picturing it.
Yeah, okay, so let's say you're in I'm sorry, I'm at theater school, you guys. Very good at projecting. And wanting to be the center of attention. So you're in this room, and as you entered, you saw over here to your right, there's a door. Sort of in a little, you have to kind of look in a little bit. It's sort of like an impression and then a door. And then over here to your left, you sort of go around the corner, there's a dark wine room. And at the other end of that, sort of if you almost do a complete U-turn, underneath the courtyard, there's another door.
Let's check out the first door before we go to the wine room.
Supply closet.
Okay, that's it.
A rotten mop bucket.
Okay.
The remains of a mop.
Let's head into the wine room, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
And move kind of quickly, right? We don't know how long.
How long Lekis can keep the distraction going?
Yeah.
You get to the other end and you open that door. It's unlocked.
Yeah, tentatively, yeah.
Long hallway this time, and another door.
Into the hallway.
Wow,
Mavis just farted with her mouth.
that was weird.
That was pretty great.
There, she's part there.
Oh my god. We used to talk about how big she was on the podcast, but now she's here, and it is like having a large forest predator camping out.
As big as she was supposed to be. These dogs get to be 110. She's
110?
Well, her fur is so long when she lays down, she just looks like this.
She's a Bernese Mountain Dog, everybody.
Oh my gosh.
She's the sweetest.
You are a beautiful puppy.
Sweetest giant.
So, yeah, there's one more door down this little mini hallway.
Cool.
It's locked.
Okay, I'll get on the picking.
Go for it.
Checking for traps.
Picking and grinning.
You do feel like there's something on the other side of the door that's rigged.
Wow. Okay.
The lock, however, you feel like you could almost snap with your bare hands.
Right.
It seems like a very old door. The lock was locked long ago. But you feel when you check it for traps.
Is there light under the door or anything?
No,
I have.
it's pitch
I'm going
black.
to take my extender mirror and put it under the door.
Okay. You see there's some sort of crude metal device attached to the top of the door on the other side.
But I can't tell what it is really.
What
Or?
I can do to help?
It looks like it's perhaps spring-loaded.
Is there any way
You don't know how old it is,
Can
though.
we open
Right.
the door and I catch something, or is there any way to?
No, we can do it. We can probably like try to jar the door from a distance, throw a rock at it or something. Might set it off since it's old and shitty. Is there anything heavy I can throw at the door from a ways away?
If you go back into the wine room, you could
Yeah, I'm gonna
definitely
grab
pick up
something.
a shelf or a bottle, or there's a small table you could get in there.
Bottle, I think. I'll try a bottle first.
All right, so you whip it at the door.
Whip it at the door from far away as I can.
The bottle explodes. Not literally, but
Right.
it doesn't take much because it feels like a really old bottle, and it
Okay.
pops kind of loudly because of all the pressure in there. But it's
Door's
fine.
still there, as was.
Nothing happens.
All right.
You can see a mechanism in there?
He saw some kind of steel mechanism on the other side.
Yeah.
At the top.
It's still, even with his night vision, he couldn't really tell how old the metal was or anything like that. so.
I'm gonna. I have a mage hand. It's a little cantrip I can lay out
Cool.
where I make a little hand appear,
I love it.
and I'm just gonna jam it in there.
Into the
I
door.
usually use it when
When
I
you're done
visit
jamming it
Australia.
here.
go under like suddenly stick my hand under like logs and houses.
You're going under the door with this?
Yeah.
You can just try opening the door.
I could try opening.
The contraption is at the top of the door.
Sure. I'll just.
I just should just try opening the door from a distance.
Just go up and
Rattle the top of it.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to set this trap off.
Do you need to do any rolls for this, or is this?
No, I think that's pretty much it.
Great. Okay. So you cast Mage Hand.
Bodhi gives you a thumbs up. Very cool, brother.
You grab the top seam of the door and you rattle it, and all of a sudden this big metal spike just goes through the wood and just sort of sits there. But it clearly was meant to take out somebody's head.
Trap sprung. Let's go open the door.
Not too hard to open now. It's the wood's pretty splintered. In fact, the trap as it crashed through, kind of like broke off a little bit.
I'm gonna high five my mage hand.
Gives you a little high five. Tries to go down low.
Like an episode of the Groovy Ghoulies.
Whoa, denied my own mage hand.
I'll remove the door.
I'm gonna have my mage hand for the rest of the spell. My mage hand's gonna sit on my shoulder, sort of like thing.
Bodhi walks over, pulls the door off its hinges with one hand, and just sort of crumples the door, throws it aside, a pile of sawdust.
What's that do?
For our listeners, Tweed just did a take to his mage hand, which is sitting on his shoulder, and then to the camera, which isn't here.
Someday.
Oh, perhaps, listeners, one day you'll have...
Really hard for my shoulder to do.
So, you head on through this door. This time you hear there's like another hallway, and to the right there's more sort of darkness and dropping, but you feel like there's something.
That's a plane. Oh, that's a plane.
You feel like there's something more active to the left. There's a hint of maybe a torch around a couple more corners if you were to head to the left. But the hallways go pretty far in both directions. Sort of darkness to the right, skittering and faint glowing to the left.
What are you guys thinking?
Skittering. Let's go to the light.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why not?
As you approach sort of a right turn, there's this sort of hard 90-degree turn in this hallway, and you get a sense there's definitely torches not too far down the other end of this corner. Everybody do a perception check, please.
11. I'm good.
3.
Did you? 9? You rolled a 13. You're over.
Yeah, I'm over. I did. Yeah.
So, Tom, Twee, you get a weird vibe right as you approach the corner and you stop in your tracks. Bodhi, you take just a half a step past them, and all of a sudden, the side of your face, your knee, your calf, and your right arm all feel like they're stuck in something. But you don't see anything in front of you.
Oh no! This could be something slimy or cubey. Yeah,
Gelatinous cube or a slime.
Get out.
So I pull.
Go for it. Do a strength check.
Yeah.
What'd you roll?
15.
Great. You needed to do 12. So you pull back. Roll 3. Or actually, can someone give me 3 6s? Thank you. Sorry, I'm borrowing dice this week and last. Bodhi, you take 8 acid damage.
Fuck.
I took some acid damage at Monterey, bro.
So, right? This is it. So your facial hair kind of...
Comedians.
hisses off on the right side of your face.
Yikes.
Points, right?
Yeah, and you don't get any damage to your armor, but your skin is white hot pulling out of this thing.
Yikes.
You're not gonna have to get that laser treatment this week.
You have a torch, right?
Yeah.
Well, you light this thing on fire or whatever it is.
Okay.
As you start lighting the torch, you all kind of see a very thin, transparent thing start to move towards you.
Get away, get away, get away.
It's closer and
Oh, it's a
closer.
gelatinous
Get away, get
cube.
away, get
Oh,
away.
is it cute? Let's maybe get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How do you kill it?
I don't know.
Are you gonna try something?
No, I got nothing to try. Arrow's not gonna do shit.
I will say
fire not work?
this is a narrow hallway, so this thing is about the size of Bodhi, all things considered.
Oh, see. Shit.
These things can, not to, say more than I need to, but these things can be a lot bigger.
Yeah.
But it's blocking the entire path in front of you.
I'm gonna try to set it on fire and
Go for it.
but, like, also retreat.
So, a retreat full fire
Mad at it for
lighting.
my face when I had a 10 charisma.
I don't blame you.
So you light a torch, you stick it in there.
I rolled a 20.
Nice.
That really. All right. So you stick the torch in there, and as you do, you kind of manage to get a little pocket of air in there with it, and you notice as you do it, oh, that was a good thing. And the fire, instead of extinguishing as it sort of goes in there, starts to kind of bubble and pop
Nice.
around. And you don't kill this thing, but squealing noises come out of the hole that you made,
I'll
and
take it.
it's starting to turn black and kind of like veins coming out of the area that you stuck the torch in.
Yucky.
I'm gonna throw up a little thing called a firebolt.
Go for it.
And I'm gonna make a ranged spell attack. A 3. It's right in front of me, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna roll a 3.
Right. So your fireball goes in, and it turns more black, and still doesn't die. Still approaching you.
And listeners, if you hate my wife's bowls that we're rolling in, send us a wooden tray soon. Earwolf has all our old stuff, our tower and our wood tray and everything. So we could use a new one.
Yeah. Get something metal.
Wood.
No, but like
Sounds
metally.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Well, Lycus isn't with us, is he?
No, Lekis. You guys want him to be Tom Lekis
Lekis.
so bad.
Oh, really?
No, he's still out distracting, hopefully, the Watcher, the child.
I was at the LA Kings game last night.
Oh, God. Crazy old racist.
Okay, because I was thinking, he's a dragon and give a fire breath and stuff, but forget it.
It's still advancing on you. You don't have a whole lot of hallway behind you, so... before things get, new uncharted territory anyway. You feel like it could back you up to the door you broke through in about 3-4 minutes.
Okay, but that's okay. We can go back through that door, right?
Yeah.
We can run away from it.
Yes.
Can we set up...
You very much-
can we light something on fire in front of it so it doesn't cross that line?
Didn't he just throw a fireball at it?
He did.
Yeah, but can we light some furniture or something on fire and throw it down in front of it?
Sure.
Let's do that. Get a table or a shelf or something and light it on fire.
Go for it.
Throw it down in front of it.
You guys grab that table that you saw.
Sure.
And you light on fire so from it. You notice it doesn't pass over it.
That's good.
So it's stuck, and it's still
Blocked
got a
it.
bunch of what looks like burned scars in
All right,
it.
let's burn it some more.
Sure.
Oh, how about some oil? I'm gonna throw. Oh, not me. I'm out. Somebody else has to do it. I took my turn.
I think you're up, buddy.
Oh, me?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any oil. Does anybody else have oil?
You don't have it in a kit?
Oil?
Don't you have some, Tom?
You must have
I
a
have an
kit.
explorer's kit, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
there
if
you
you've
go.
got an explorer's kit, you've got some, yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, then I'll throw some oil on it.
Just like splash it across the whole front of the cube, maybe?
Yeah.
So the whole thing turns black when you light it. And the fire goes out relatively quickly, but now you really feel like you've toasted the marshmallow, so to speak. And it's not dead, but it's starting to squeal kind of loudly, like a sappy...
I've never...
Shut up, squealing
I
thing.
remember ever fighting one of these things.
No, you never have.
Any of our old games.
It's old school. It's a classic. Much like a beholder.
Does it take sword damage? I mean, traditionally, yeah.
It's acid.
It
so
depends.
It's gonna
Oh,
fuck
that's
up your
acid.
sword. Yeah,
But
if you
I'm picturing gelatinous.
gelatinous acid.
Wow.
I think fire is the best
Okay.
tactic. In Europe, anyway.
Cleansing.
Yeah.
All right. But my turn's gone anyway. I have an idea for my next turn.
Twee gonna do
You're up,
something.
Twee.
You have a sword, right?
Yeah, I was going to set the sword on fire.
Or no, you have a torch, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to take his torch with my little mage hand, and I'm going to just sort of like take the torch and wave it around all over this thing and torch it from the bottom and the top, and just get right up next to it. Just,
You know what? It doesn't resist, and you do manage to eventually just burn the shit out of this thing.
okay.
Um,
And then the mage hand just goes back and hands the torch back.
It gives you one of these.
It starts
That was
to
extreme.
dissolve and bubble a little bit. You see there's some space over the top now where you can potentially jump over it. Do you want to wait till it turns into a molten puddle? Or do
Yes.
you want to...
I'm gonna jump over it.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, I'm not jumping over that thing.
So, yeah, it burns down into the... It kind of carves a little acidic step down into the ground. The ground is cobblestone, and some of the stone is burned away where this thing bubbled down. So you guys can, probably proceed over it. Maybe
Test it first, see if it's still burning.
anything you touch it with seems to at least hiss.
Okay, so we're gonna throw something over it. Or is there like some planks we can lay over to walk?
Sure.
Walk up. Okay, so we'll lay down some planks.
Why don't everybody just do a little dex check real quick?
Alrighty. Nice.
Yes. I did a 1 on my dex.
Yeah, I don't
which
know. Let me
means
see.
I managed to look so cool while I was
Botching,
Yeah.
basically.
Yes, I could. I speak language nice.
How'd you do, Brian?
Was I trying to go?
Under
Under?
your decks.
Yeah. So,
Get lower than 11?
no, I'm over.
Uh-oh, let's take a break and then find out what happens.
This is the kind I should always use.
No.
Yes.
Ernie Ball, super slick food.
We're talking guitar
That
string
font
today.
was designed by Rolly Crump, who did a lot of stuff for the Haunted Mansion.
Oh.
Super familiar. Yeah, for
Yeah, that's Rolly.
Cool. So, I don't want to die, but what happens?
So, you want to head around this? Oh, that's right. You just
I just missed
slipped.
my dex check.
So you put a boot square in the sort of bubbling
Oh boy.
stuff, and you turn your ankle a little bit.
Jeez.
So you take 2 points of damage. Just
Not a lot left. Anybody a healer?
Lekis is.
Oh, cool. Great. Well, we should get back to him.
But you managed to get your footing again, and you can head around this corner. You guys actually picked the
Because acid damage actually counts as hit points, right? Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it
It's the
burned
same
through
thing.
your boot. Like the side of your boot's a little fucked up now.
Right.
So yeah, if you were potentially to take another hit to the foot, you would not be in good shape, and you might have a little trouble going for a full sprint right now. But yeah, you guys are officially in the basement of the castle, and you feel like you've gotten past some of the more decrepit stuff, and you're approaching maybe an area that's being actively used by the Count. You go around this corner. There are indeed torches after a small archway. You see a staircase going up. You think this might be at least near this sort of great dining hall that
Yeah, let's try
was
it.
in the keep. There's also a sort of gilded door next to the stairwell.
Well,
Gilded
let's try the
door. Check for traps.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Oh, are you sure?
I don't like no gilded doors.
This door seems much stronger than the last one, and there doesn't seem to be any natural traps on the door.
Natural traps.
Well, when you sort of put your hands around it, you get a weird sort of grip on the doorknob itself. It doesn't have a traditional doorknob. It's got kind of like a latch you got to kind of pull up. And it doesn't really feel like it pulls up the way it's supposed to. You're not really sure how to open this door. You can't tell if it's supposed to go in or out or what, but it's coated in metal, this whole door. And
Gold?
no, it just kind of looks like steel.
Okay.
Like a sort of dull, matted kind of metal.
Kind of a safe or something, or a store. Let's worry about this later, unless it's his bedroom.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's where we wanted to go.
Let's keep looking around.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, if I
Peek
try
up the stairs?
if I try the door, I can't figure out how to open it. Is that what you're saying? Or
I feel like if you messed around with it a little bit, you might be able to open it. Yeah.
Detect evil? Anything? Any kind of
I don't think any of you guys have detect evil.
Danger sense.
danger sense? That works.
Sure enough, little tinglies on your neck go up when you get near the door.
Okay.
You don't feel like it's the door itself, but maybe something behind it.
But my neck was like that around the count.
Yep.
And how are your back, your pussy, and your cracker?
Would you like them to be licked by a
popular reference, but I don't know that song.
The first time I heard that song, which I believe the chorus is "My neck, my back, lick my pussy, and my crack," it was in a mashup with the Thomas the Tank Engine theme.
Oh, right.
Which
Weird.
let's see if I can find Thomas.
Do you remember when Two Live Crew, like, that was the worst thing you'd ever heard?
Yeah, Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
Here we go, you guys. If I can just,
Not for very long.
if I can just have the.
It became Luke real quick.
Yeah. That's great.
He's gonna hear his favorite TV show and be like, "Dad." All right.
I love that song.
Is gonna watch and jerk off.
Yeah, put that to Power Rangers anywhere.
Yeah, wasn't the most Two Life Crew was like pop that coochie and stuff.
Yeah.
Not very obscene.
So what are you guys doing?
On my dick,
We-
wrapped as cheese. Remember?
Yeah, doors and a stairs. A door and a stair.
Well, maybe you are sensing danger of him behind the door.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
So what do you think we should do? You think I should try to open it?
Yeah, let's go in and put some fucking holes in it.
I'm just worried about the door being dangerous. So,
And I only have 5 hit points.
yeah.
Everybody roll a perception check.
Oh, yeah, maybe we go back and tell Lekis.
4, yes.
3 yes.
It's under your intelligence, right?
Yes.
Yeah. You hear some rustling at the top of the stairs. Beyond the top of the stairs. Not a big flight of stairs, like kind of one floor, but sort of on the landing above, you hear some rustling.
You want to work the knob, or you want to go get Lekis?
You work the knob.
That's what I'm asking you. Do you want me to work the knob?
Yeah, I really want to work the knob.
All right, I'm gonna fucking work the shit out of the knob.
Tom, you feel like there is some sort of latch mechanism here that
Hey,
if
Flame,
you
can you
twist it, you can
jiggle
get it
the
open
balls?
the old-fashioned way. You think?
All right, I'm gonna
balls
twist.
while he works the knob?
I'm gonna twist the knob and try to get it the old-fashioned way.
let's get
If I
Dex check
can twist the knob while jiggling the balls, I never leave the house.
I'm going to put my tongue in the...
19. That's not a pass.
So let's say it'll be at least 2 minutes before you can get this thing open.
All right,
Is
shit.
that your
2 minutes.
door opening refractory period?
Tom, you get a sense you can for sure open it, but it's gonna. You miss a sort of window of perception, and your wrists are unable to sort of get
Spit on it. When I spit on my hand while I'm working the knob, it'll help get it open quicker.
You notice a black wolf is now at the top of the stairs.
Oh,
staring
hi.
at you.
That's him.
A black wolf is at the top.
Yeah,
of the
it's our friend.
Staring at you,
It's
yeah.
him. It's him.
The music didn't change for a black wolf coming into the room?
No, I'm just trying to get my head around what's about to happen.
Well, I'm still spitting on the knob.
Starts walking down the stairs very slowly.
All right, I'm working the knob.
Let's see. So you're at the door, Tom. Bodhi, I feel like you're still sort of in the lead here a little bit, just because you're the tank, as it were, even if you got beat up a little bit. So the wolf approaches you. What do you want to do?
Oh, damn. We got a situation.
Yeah, what do I get a sense?
I mean, it's a silent black wolf approaching you. It's normal size,
How
but
close?
What's the situation sense
I tell the
say?
wolf to halt.
it doesn't listen to you.
Stop, wolf.
Twee, you want to do anything about this?
I'm gonna look at my mage hand. Mage handy. Mage hand. Get in that thing's throat and fuck with its epiglottis.
Yeah, you gonna try and choke out this wolf?
My mage hand is gonna go into the wolf's mouth and kind of get back at the little uvula thing that hangs down the back of the wolf throat. And just grab it and hold on tight.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, well, you grab onto it, but it is not budging as easily as you'd like. It is a little sort of distracted and like looking at what it's doing, but you're not hurting the wolf. You're not moving the wolf, and it's still kind of focused on
Should
Bodhi.
we retreat or should I stab it?
What's happening with the knob? How's the knob going?
Let's just say 30 seconds have passed. It's going to be another 90 seconds
shit.
before you can do anything.
All right. You want to go back?
It's not growling, but its
You wanna
ears
keep-
go flat against the back of its head.
Adorable. Hey, little puppy dog. Come here, little puppy dog.
I kind of want to swing on it.
It's a vampire. It's like
Oh, you think it's a vampire?
yeah, it's him.
I dare you to do something.
See?
Should we retreat?
Did the wolf just say that?
Should we retreat or should
The wolf is still descending the stairs, and you get the impression it's going to do something soon.
Okay.
A dance.
I get a stake ready.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You gotta pop the top off a javelin and... Cool. It starts to sniff your leg where the acid had burned you.
Oh,
Its ears are still flat against the back of its head.
it's just a nice little doggy.
Okay.
Little
You
puppy.
doing anything?
Ah, little pup.
Yeah, I'm digging a
pup, little pup,
javelin into
little
it.
pup.
Are you? Go for it. Okay, roll 2 attacks, sir.
7 plus
Can you loan me a 20?
9. Is that anything?
A what? A 9?
9, yeah.
He was just sniffing you. Nice little wolfie.
I don't like anything in this building.
The wolf reacts with lightning speed, and you manage to dig the javelin into the opposite shoulder you'd intended to, because it's kind of rolled onto its back on the stairs. But it's got its teeth around the javelin, and it's now fighting you for control of it.
Okay.
Jesus.
It's not making any
Working the knob. Working the
growling
knob.
sounds
Working the
yet.
knob. Working the knob.
But you've got it pinned against the floor, basically.
I'm going to put it in my boot on his neck and apply pressure.
I sure would like to see you try.
I want to.
Do it.
Yeah. 18.
Yeah. Well, so you get a good splat against the side of its head. No blood comes out, but it makes a sort of wet crunching noise. And you dig your heel in a little bit. It's still struggling really hard. What do you guys want to do?
Silently. Still silent.
No, its throat makes no sound.
Well, can I
It's a mute wolf.
These guys get to consider
stab
their...
and stomp at the same time?
You kind of are right
But I
now.
know, but to finish the job, I mean, how do I?
First, I want to see what these guys want to
Way
do.
it?
If
I think actually you're up, Tom.
if I shoot an arrow at it, is that gonna?
I'm a large
You
head.
So
can't
my
pull an
door
arrow
opening?
off, and
Yeah,
you're
I'm working
you're at
on
the
it.
bottom of a stairwell and
All right.
in a corner. You can't really...
I'm just working the door then.
I am.
Working the knob. I'm working the knob with
I
a
am a
spit.
half orc.
Slobber.
I'm
Slobbering on the
keeping my
knob.
weight.
I'm slobbering the knob.
Normal sized, right?
Yeah, I just want to give Tom and Twee one more round to consider their options. He's still working the door. Twee, are you going to try anything?
I'm working harder and faster, though.
Do I feel like this thing needs to get killed?
Yeah.
I think it's getting killed.
Feels like a guard dog. Or a vampire, you're not sure. Or both.
It's if Charles Nelson Riley was a wolf.
Hasn't done anything Charles Nelson Riley yet, this wolf.
It
But
smelled his leg nicely. Kindly.
I'm going to,
I'm too much of a pacifist for D&D.
Who?
Me. I just want to be nice.
I'm going to draw my sword and just cut right into it.
go for it.
I actually pull back, like I worry about being too psycho.
You are being pretty gentle with this guy. I think it's because Mavis is sleeping your legs. You've got a canine
Spinner.
affection.
Yeah,
It's a 11.
Spinner, chicken dinner winner.
she's totally out.
So 11, I have do I have a +2 to hit on with dexterity, or I don't have anything with strength? I have a proficiency bonus of +2. Is that a hit? 11.
Yep. It's a hit. This thing's pinned to the ground, so
Oh, okay.
you cut its belly open because it's kind of like on its back, and you see a sort of black opening on its stomach, but no blood.
Yeah.
What you gonna do there, Bodhi?
Is it dead?
Nope.
No.
Still writhing around trying to use its teeth to pull the javelin out of its shoulder, and
gotta-
your boot is planted in the side of its head.
We're going to silver to throw in its hole, or
You haven't crushed its skull, but you feel like maybe,
Garlic.
because you're a pretty strong guy, you could kind of give it a heave-ho this round.
Yeah, I do that.
Put it all in your boot. Go
the
for it.
final thrust
My
down.
weight is
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's not a good one.
2.
Yeah.
That's a deuce.
You hear a wet snap under your boot, but that's all. It's still struggling.
How's that door coming?
You feel like you've almost got it open.
Son of a
Maybe
bitch.
one more turn.
Oh. Hopefully there's a terrible monster right on the
Tweet?
other side of it.
I'm going to pull my mage hand out of its throat, and I'm going to send the mage hand flying into this thing's belly and just start kind of.
I'll warn you, it's already kind of healing up a
Jesus.
little bit. Yeah, there's a mayfly the size of my hand up on the.
Hi, buddy. Hi.
Either that or that's the mosquito that will end civilization. I can't tell.
Come with me if you want to live.
You feel like you could get a mage finger in the hole, but it's already kind of closing up magically.
Dirty. Finger in the hole.
Can I take another swing at this thing?
Sure. Can aim for its gut again.
Yeah.
My girlfriend's watching Tyler
15,
Perry's
I'll do
Halloween
that, and
Night.
as soon as this thing slices open, I'm going to send the mage hand in.
Sounds good. So
And if worse comes to worse, the mage hand will come out its asshole.
you get the mage hand in there, and this feels wet.
Yeah, it does.
No sign of organs. This feels kind of
Oh,
like
shit.
a thick, gristly pudding in there.
Yeah, shit.
You don't like this sort of psionic texture you're getting fed back from your mage hand right now.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel like there's a solid intestine to grab in there. By the way, I'm trying to narrate as best I can while Ken is fighting Mothra in the corner. Oh, he made a boomerang. That's cute. You're up, Bodhi.
I try to put my weight on it again.
Go for it.
Okay.
At this point, that'll do. You smush its skull
No.
flat. Still struggles, though. Its jaw doesn't shut anymore, but it's trying to sort of snap its mouth. Oh, is he going to do it?
We like these
Is
things.
Brian going to do it? Oh, he killed the biggest fucking bug I've ever seen in my life. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God.
When you knock on
Did
the
it
floor,
fall down?
I don't know what I knocked behind.
I can see your butt
I can see your butt.
any time of the week.
Oh, God.
So how's Matt's best friend doing?
Mavis, she's great. She doesn't like the noise. But
Matt's deadest friend.
The wolf's head is kind of smashed right now, but it is as lively as ever, trying to take its broken jaw around the javelin in its shoulder, which it seems much more concerned about.
Oh my god. How's the door?
Door pops open.
Ta-da! And certain death behind. What do we see inside?
Well, you can see what looks like a few steps down and then some sort of chamber. But you'd have to leave these guys behind. It's a narrow hallway, and right now Brian's still got this flailing,
I'll give it a minute.
skull-crushed wolf pinned under a javelin.
I'll give it a minute. Door's open.
What you want to do with this thing?
Skull crushed wolf. I'm gonna continue crushing the skull.
Not much left to crush, I'll tell you.
But it's still alive, huh?
You gotta get it. You gotta
With something through its
get
heart or
that.
something?
Get that stake into its heart.
Yeah, okay, so I put the javelin through its heart.
Turns to ashes.
Okay, good.
Boom. Let's go inside.
Yeah.
Bring your stakes.
Yeah. What do you want to? How do you want to prep for walking into this chamber?
Well,
How many stakes do we have?
I kind of wish I could get some heal going with Lecus.
Kind of in the thick of it.
Yeah, no.
Can you? How far does the hand go? Can you send the hand out?
Yeah.
to
Do you have
get
the range
Lecus?
on that thing?
No, give him like the perfume hand.
I can make some carrot soup.
I'm looking that up.
Let me see if I have any sort of messaging service.
It looks like it's task oriented. There's not really like a distance on it. I'm guessing it's just visual range. Let's just say that. If you can see it, you can do it. Are you gonna descend
then
the
he's too far
stairs,
away.
or are you gonna
Descend or ascend?
descend? There's like
Stairs down behind
there's
this
10
door.
steps down, half a. You're already sort of in the basement. This is like sort of a sub basement chamber.
Okay.
Let's be quiet.
Yeah.
You've got your javelin with the metal cap popped off. You want to distribute any more? What you want to do?
You want to break it in two so two of us have them?
Yeah. Well, I have a couple of javelins.
Okay, let's each take one.
Yeah, I think you've got 3 javelins.
Let's each have
I
a
have
javelin.
4 total, so now there's...
Great.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Cool. Well, you head down, and sure enough, you see an open box, a wooden box, very old wooden box, sort of the age and quality of the door that you had smashed earlier. The old one, not
Is
the.
the count sleeping in
He
it?
sure is.
Okay, right in the chest.
Hands crossed across his chest,
Right in the chest.
sleeping blissfully.
Kill him.
Yep.
We got this far. What the fuck?
Just plunge it right in there.
Yep.
Yeah, for
right in
sure.
the old heart of Rooney.
Yeah. Why don't you just roll for the fuck of it?
Just for the fuck of it.
9.
So it goes right through his sternum, and he wakes up.
Oh, shit.
That's what he says. He goes, "Oh shit!" He starts expressing just regret that you guys would do this, and you get the impression he is absolutely pinned. You see just a split second of him struggling madly without being able to move. Like he just kind of whips his arms in his head, and you notice right in the middle of his sternum he doesn't move at all. So you feel like you've kind of got him dead to rights. And yeah, he says, "Oh, this is unnecessary, unnecessary, very rude."
Can I throw weight into it? And see if I can...
There's a lot of options you have.
Yeah, I want to sink it
We
deeper.
can talk to him and ask him questions. Since
Okay,
he's
go
pinned.
ahead.
I don't know what to ask, really.
What we have? Is there a head vampire on this island? Who's the most powerful? No? Well, we already kind of asked that.
You did, but you can ask him now that he's pinned if you want.
Maybe he'll be a little more answery.
Yeah.
He says, of course, someone made me a vampire.
Yeah, the merchant, you said.
Right, but did the merchant leave the island, or
I don't think so, no.
Who is the merchant?
who's the merchant?
He is the Demolith.
The Demolith? Where's that? Where's that guy?
He's nowhere and everywhere.
Ah, fuck. One of these.
Huh?
One of
He
these
has
nowhere and everywhere
transcended the
guys.
need for physical form.
Is he transdimensional?
Well, I think we had heard about him sort of earlier, haven't we?
Yeah, you heard Gago the fairy talk about the devil.
Gago.
Right.
And is that the most powerful vampire?
Here? I mean, he's not even really a vampire anymore. He's just
Demolith.
sort of hanging around.
Huh. Why aren't you dead?
Because I'm hundreds of years old.
I know, but he stuck a thing right in your thing.
I mean, really, you could kill me. It wouldn't be that hard. I'm mostly dead at this point.
No, I'm sorry.
19.
You just
Yeah.
Chuck him through?
I just lead into it
puff these ashes.
later.
I miss that guy. I liked him. He was
We
alright.
got as much as we could get from him, I think.
You think so?
I don't care, right?
Alright, let's look around his room. Let's fucking ransack this fucking place.
There's not a whole lot of obvious valuables. But
I feel like I did the wrong thing, but it was.
No, I'm guessing the entire city is going to be free.
you
of
do
this
hear
fella.
some commotion up in
Yeah.
the stairs.
Up the stairs?
You do hear some commotion up the stairs.
Okay.
Okay.
So we don't find anything in the room, though.
No, I mean you're actually kind of disappointed by it not being as flashy as his outfit.
I'll show this guy. Alright. Well, are there any other doors in this room?
No, single entrance.
Alright, let's head back out. Cautious of this sound we hear upstairs.
Are you gonna go out the way you came, or are you gonna head up the stairs?
I think it might be smarter to go back up the way we came, right? No?
We hear a commotion up the stairs.
Oh, okay. Then let's head up the stairs.
There's someone dressed in a very formal butler's costume, rifling through all the drawers and knocking furniture over.
Must know he's free.
Yeah. Is he trying? Is he looking for something?
That's what it seems like. Yeah.
Okay. Grab. What are you looking for?
What? How did you get here? Who are you?
We just saved your ass.
Save me.
Yeah, we killed.
You killed him.
We killed him.
Good God, you have to find my books.
What books?
My books. This used to be my castle.
Ah. What are you? Are you a duke, a lord, or
Who's the
something?
count?
He tells you that the count was the vampire who turned him, and that he had been a slave there for many, many years.
Oh wow! How many think other people has this guy turned?
He starts to get annoyed with you and just goes back to looking.
Wow. All right.
We see your ass.
Thanks for nothing.
He seems very gaunt and weak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you want, a sandwich?
He doesn't seem well. You get the impression that if this truly was his castle, he perhaps has been some sort of undead servant for longer than normal lifespan, and he might be pulling a little bit of a chosen
Gray.
poorly grail thing going on. And,
Yeah.
sure enough, you don't have to go very far before the guy just sort of keels over.
Well, let's find his books.
Yeah. Yeah, let's rifle through his stuff.
More people start coming in the castle, and they start rifling through everything. They don't disintegrate like this guy, but it seems like people are straight up looting this castle with you.
Okay.
Everybody's kind of pissed.
Yeah.
You recognize a couple of people from the encampment.
Let's
Let's get the word out that we are the cause of this.
Kid is still turned.
Yeah, Lekis comes in. He says the kid ran off. all of a sudden wants to scoop on what happened. I assume you guys will
We tell him.
tell
Should
him.
maybe start looking around in this place.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says this place probably does have magic in it somewhere. However, he's concerned because he got the impression this guy was a part of a network of vampires.
Sure.
And it's, the middle of the
On the
night.
Usenet.
Huh?
That's where the vampires are, on the Usenet.
Yeah. He's like,
I maybe shouldn't have killed him, but
he says he's game to look around the castle with you, but based on what he knows of the undead, when you kill a high-ranking member of the undead who claims to know other members of the undead, and it's the middle of the night and you're in its territory, like there's a chance something else could go wrong.
Sure.
Like he's just
There's
like,
always a chance something else could go wrong.
hey, can you heal me first then?
Yeah, he lays hands on you for. Can I get an 8?
On me. Lay your hands on me.
Which is the 8? I can't remember here.
So this-
Is that my
7 points.
Where are my 20s? Is
What do you want?
My
You want one
20.
of these?
Oh no, it's there. Never mind. I got
You
it.
can add 7 back there.
Okay, cool.
And yeah, so there's a dining table set up in this room. There are sort of like a crescent staircase in both directions that lead up to a mezzanine area, and then some bedrooms or entertaining quarters or something upstairs. There's a really fancy red carpet under a really nice table and a couple of nice candelabras, but then a really fucked up old cobweb encrusted chandelier above you. And although there are torches on the wall, you feel like they haven't quite cleaned the upstairs area yet.
Okay.
So I take it you want to head up there, look through the halls, look for some
Books. For one.
Or any sort of jewels or anything.
You find to the right there are a series of bedrooms. There's about 8 guest bedrooms
Jeez.
and servants' quarters. They're all rather small, but they look very old and unused. There's bookshelves in all of them with books in them. There's a footlocker at the base of one of the guest rooms.
All right. Well, look in the footlocker.
Over at the,
You want to crack that sucker open?
Yeah.
is there a kid's footlocker?
You find some very old, wealthy-looking clothes that look like they could still probably hold up if you wanted to wear them, but they're old clothes.
Look like a fancy person.
And a set of throwing daggers.
I'll take those.
Great. So you, if no one else cares, Tom, you're going to go ahead and add some throwing daggers.
Yeah, he can have them.
I believe you've already got hand daggers, right?
Yes, I have 2 hand daggers.
So these 6 throwing daggers, and they're in a little box.
What are these
Lovely.
daggers brought to you by?
These daggers are brought to you by Tesla. Tesla! You don't want to be seen driving a Prius, do you?
All the books are super. All the books are super old. They're pretty boring.
Nothing with any crazy writing or runes on it.
No, but you haven't checked the left side of the upstairs area.
Well, let's check that.
You head over there. There's an entertaining den with a whole wall of books,
Okay.
and then a few more sort of servants' quarters looking rooms.
Let's look.
Yeah, about 7 minutes left.
I'm just looking through the books, trying to find anything that's like maybe a magic book or some gold lettering on it, or anything fancy or unusual.
Sure. You kind of comb over the. No, let me do that. You look over at the shelves, and there's a section kind of like off to the right. It looks like it's magic.
Let's get in there.
But it looks like really out of context, weird old history, like kind of magic, like tales of local spells being created. It's really strange. some of it almost seems like it's in a different language. It's so old. You're not sure what any of it is. You feel like you might need someone to help you translate this stuff.
I think we should grab some of these.
Yeah, do it.
Let's say each of you guys can probably carry 3 of these
Okay.
unhindered. So,
All right.
all you guys want to grab some?
Yeah. Yeah, why not?
$3 each.
So you stock up on books, and just as you finish throwing them in your sack, hear a scream outside.
Dun, dun, dun.
So let's head outside. No?
Yeah, if you want to. I think we've.
Legus immediately turns his head and he just leaves.
All right, let's go out. I just hope we didn't miss anything awesome.
Well, yeah. Well, do you want to keep looking?
No, we can go outside.
You notice there's a ring of people surrounding some sort of commotion, almost like a bar fight is going on, and you hear...
Or a breakdance contest.
Yeah, exactly. So there's some sort of breakdancing / fight going on in the middle of a ring outside. And yeah, it's 50, 60 people. They're all crowded around it. There's some people screaming, arguing with each other about what to do. You can't see over them that well.
Keep looking, man.
What are they fighting about? I'd like to push in and try to...
Blood-curdling screams coming from the
The
middle.
fuck is happening?
Let's go check it out then.
You get to the edge of the circle, and something is mauling a woman in the middle of it. It looks like a wolf, but with sort of human arms and legs. And
Stab that thing in the chest.
Yes. Okay.
We all got javelins.
Sounds great, but should we go ahead and pause the action?
Sure.
Sure.
Till next.
Till next time?
Till next week. Next. Yeah.
We are.
Okay. Cool. Thanks for listening. We should, by the time you're listening now, well, obviously we're up and we'll start plugging things soon.
We're getting
like
close
a real
to
schedule.
Recording and publishing. So
Yeah.
So we will have already been published
Yeah.
and recorded by the time you
Thanks
hear
for
this.
listening to these first
Way
7
after the
episodes.
time we did that.
they've started airing since last when we recorded it. If it's still up, watch The High Court on Comedy Central with Doug Benson and tweet at Comedy Central that they should order a year's worth of episodes.
Thanks for listening.